back, everybody, to the Ill Eagle Culture Brands modcast. I am your host, John Ostos, a.k.a. Ill Eagle CEO, and I'm here with my co-host, Deion, Lil Almond Butter, or Lars.
Either or.
Larry.
Yeah.
Lars is your new nickname. And if you didn't notice, someone commented on
the
YouTube channel on one of our videos and said Lars.
Just said Lars.
Co-host
Lars. For some reason, I guess.
So I imagine it has something to do with the Larry in your name or whatever. So
I don't know who it is or what they said it for.
Long story short, we still don't have a nickname for Deion.
Yeah, I don't think that one will work either, honestly.
So, man, we're coming off another cool episode. We talked about loyalty and just kind of gave our examples of what loyalty looks like to us, what it means to us going forward, and how the lack of loyalty has affected us in business to the point where we're making adjustments and kind of pivoting the way we run our operation and our systems and whatnot. So that conversation opened me up to the notion of some other things I want to discuss. I made some mention about some situations that happened to express kind of the lack of loyalty, and I'd like to really build on that in this conversation here. One thing that I like to or that I'm proud of is since we've opened in this community, we've done a lot for the community, for people in our industry, in this culture that we've never talked about, because we don't do it for bragging rights. We do it because it's the right thing to do. You know, we have a conscience and we want to be good people. But our mission statement as a whole is really just like, how can we help? You know, we want to do more for this industry and this community that we're in. We're in the fitness industry. So I've always had a really cool vision of Metroflex being somebody that just really gives back and contributes to the community around the fitness and health realms of what we do. Somewhere along the line, we've ran into people who didn't care for us, who talked trash, spread rumors, made up lies, whatever you want. I've never gone above and beyond to fight or argue what people felt about us. I just let them have their opinions. But in light of the lack of loyalty conversations that we had, the fact that haters do exist. You know, I know there's this thing that, not everyone's a hater, and I agree with that to an extent. I think giving the things that we've dealt with, we can prove that haters exist, and people will attack sometimes for no reason, and other times because of their own insecurities.
Yep.
So I kind of wanted to talk about that, honestly, a lot, man. I want to talk about, in terms of our mission statement, what it means to say that from Ill Eagle Culture Brand standpoint. Give some examples, kind of, how H&I and Metroflex have contributed, not just to this community, but just above and beyond into this fitness culture, this industry, to the best of its ability. For one example, I could throw out there is just when we came in, nobody was really doing sponsorships. Nobody was really supporting athletes in multiple genres. There wasn't bodybuilding sponsorships. There wasn't powerlifting sponsorships, MMA, all that stuff. Like, we were really taking it to another level. Like, did people do sponsorships for MMA back then? Sure. But like, they had to go on and be like, hey, I have a fight coming up. Does the local bar and tavern or your seating company want to put their brand on my shorts and sponsor me? That's cool, and the support's always great. Yeah. But when you have a brand that's in somewhat of your industry that comes behind you and supports you, and they're kind of making themselves a mainstay in this industry, that's a bigger up. We've put money on people since the beginning of time, since the day we opened our doors. We've been about finding a way to financially invest in the future of people that we were looking to sponsor and work with and whatnot. So I want to elaborate a lot on just the things that we've done. I guess you can say it's kind of an answer to the 6 years worth of people trying to down talk us and discredit us and who we were. I'd first like to say I don't care about people's opinions, and it's never been my objective to defend myself, so to speak. I never went to great lengths to do so. Yeah. I don't care to, but I have a voice now. We have a voice using this modcast to kind of say what we want to say. So I'm going to give my version of the story and a bunch of case scenarios and things that we've experienced over the years, and I'll let people do with it whatever they want. So to kind of get a little bit more into that and warm up to the conversation, let's talk a little bit about H&I Nutrition for one, because this is something that that I take a lot of pride in terms of what our name stands for, right? One of the main reasons why, obviously, it was just a good purchase at the time, but why I wanted to buy H&I out the gate was because I really resonated with the values of honesty and integrity. And for those of you that don't know, honesty and integrity nutrition is what H&I is stands for. It's an acronym for honesty and integrity, H&I Nutrition.
Yep.
And the reason why I had somebody ask me not too long ago from a program I'm a part of, we were going over some marketing stuff, and she says, H&I is awesome. I see on your guys' website, on your cover page, it says honesty and integrity nutrition. That's really cool, but can you elaborate on what that means? Like, why do you call yourself honesty and integrity? Is there a really big lack of honesty and integrity in your industry or in the supplement business? And I had to think about it for a minute, because I'm like, well, I just resonated with them kind of as a core value because it's dope. But the reality of it is, there is a really big stigma when it comes to I had that stigma for the longest time. In fact, I went to a different supplement company prior to H&I. I believe at the time H&I was like a nutrition zone before it turned into an independent store. But I remember going into one of the other local nutrition stores here, and I'm not going to throw names out there and out them, but it was like the topic of conversation with anyone who went to this was, those guys, they're just full of shit. They feed you bullshit. They tell you bullshit. They pull things off the shelf to upsell you out the gate and just get you to spend as much money as possible. And they didn't really know what the hell they were talking about. I take a lot of pride in knowing that we hire people at our supplement store who actually know what the hell they're talking about, who actually understand ingredient profiles and what all of those different things do for the human body and how they can assist people in whatever it is they're trying to achieve. And in some cases, we're honest enough to say that that shit won't even help you.
Yeah.
Or you're too young to take some of these things. Like honesty and integrity, right? Honest prices sold with integrity is kind of our slogan. And it's the truth, right? We've never been huge on big margin items. We're trying to make everything reasonably priced. H&I used to compete with online pricing. That's damn near impossible now, unless we're willing to give away a bunch of free product, because all the vendors are online doing buy one get ones and BOGOs here, BOGOs there. So
or they go through large corporations.
Which you can't compete with that stuff. We can't compete with Walmart when it comes to selling Bang energy drinks.
Yeah.
Good for Bang. I'm sure they got a hell of a fucking multi-million-dollar deal out of that, but they in the process overlooked the little man, and that's us. We're the little man, So the honesty and integrity thing it is a stigma in our industry for sure. It's lacking in our industry, and I believe that's why we consider ourselves honesty and integrity nutrition, because we want to be honest about our pricing and we want to use our integrity in what we're trying to sell you. And I'll give a perfect example, and I know I've told you this a million times, Deion, but the original owner of H&I Nutrition, when we were talking, and I had asked him, what does H&I Nutrition mean to you, so to speak, as far as honesty and integrity? And he said, I'll give you a storyline that kind of fits what this looks like. And he says, when a high school football player comes in with $400 of mommy and daddy's money or a credit card or whatever, and he's just like, I need protein, I need supplements, I need things to build muscle and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
If you go to one of these other local, here in Fargo, Moorhead alone, one of these other nutrition shops, they're going to sell you on anything and everything they can to get that entire $400 budget out from under you.
Yeah.
Promise you. They don't care about future customers. They don't care about you being a repeat customer. They don't care about their integrity. They don't care about being honest. They just burn a hole in your pocket if they can at that moment. They're all about making that one sale.
Yep.
H&I Nutrition is about the long-term sales goals, right? We're about making that a return customer and really giving them genuine help and really, telling them what's beneficial and what's not. And I stand by this. If you come into H&I with that same budget that you go into one of those other stores with, you're going to leave with at least half that money, because no high school student should be spending $400 a month on supplements to begin with.
Not at all. I don't.
Right?
I can't even do that almost.
And you'll probably get close to a couple $100 if you buy a big jug of protein right out the gate. That'll bring your value. That'll bring the cost up for you because they cost a pretty good amount of money. But you should be able to leave with a couple $100 and then come back in a month to just re-up on the essentials, the necessities that you took. We're not going to let you buy a bunch of crap that you don't need or that isn't going to be a benefit to you at all. You should be able to just spend a couple bucks on the essentials and then come back in a month, man. Let us help you again. Yeah. That's our end goal. That's what honesty, integrity is about. And that's us being genuine about our help and our efforts to give back to the community and really do good by people. And I'm hoping that in the long run, that's how we stay on top. That's how we come out with the W every day, is because we're truly bringing value to people and we're not just trying to make a profit on them. And when was the last time we had big meetings about commissions? You're not meeting your commission. You're not getting your commissions. Get those high margin. Like, we don't do that.
No. You
make commissions, but we've never stressed, hey, hit them. Yeah. Obviously, you want to make goals. That's what businesses do, is you set goals, of whatever's in your target range. But our mission is never to turn you into a salesman. I don't want nobody at H&I to become a salesperson, because salespeople, they suck.
Yeah, I don't like dealing reputation.
with them. You think of a car salesman right out the gate, they have a bad reputation. They have, and not all car salesmen are bad. I've dealt with some really dope ones, but it's their reputation for being a pushy sales guy. You won't get that at H&I, because we really want to help people. So that's kind of an example that I wanted to give, but we've done so much more than just that, man. It's so much bigger than just H&I. Since the beginning of time with Metroflex, even we've always claimed we want to be a platform for people to build off of, right? We made it somewhat of the stage for other people to be successful on,
for sure.
And I always tell people, like, I chased the limelight. I remember being in the music game. I remember doing concerts and working with big name artists and stuff. And I remember always having this weird feeling of like, this is really not for me. Mm-hmm. And if it was to blow up and get any bigger, how comfortable would I truly be in this situation? So I quickly realized, especially after I got out of it, I never had regret. Like, damn, I let go of my music career and we were about to go on tour. And we were just doing big name shows and, we were all over the place. Like, I never regretted that. Like, damn, I missed out on an opportunity, because I truly feel that fame and that spotlight wasn't for me. It wasn't going to work out. I didn't want that part of it. I wanted to be financially set. I wanted to have money to live out my dreams, as a poor, broke kid growing up. Yeah. But I quickly realized, like, I didn't want all the extra shit that came with it. So it was never really a burden for me that I walked away from it. Building a platform for other people was kind of my vision, because I have this knack for it. I have the ability to call my shots and make things happen and visualize what I really want out of life and bring it to fruition. I did it with the record deal on purpose, and then I did it with this business on purpose. So I'm confident that it's my mission to help people, to build something for other people to build off of, so to speak.
And we created like a space where people feel free to be able to do that. Like, and before it was even cool to do so, we built a space that people can feel comfortable recording their content, and they can show off their physique if they want. They can train without a shirt on. Like,
that's in our contract.
Yeah. Like,
and we used to get shit for that all the time. People used to be like, all these dudes taking their shirts off, and it's just like, man, that's what this generation, that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember being in high school training at home with my shirt off. It was so much more motivating for me to train with my shirt off and see all my muscles activating and working. Like, I loved that. And we created that at Metroflex. And we got shit for it all the time.
So it definitely, it switched it up from just being a gym where you can train at, which is where I was at previous to then, and then coming into a gym where I have a lot more freedoms, and it's just a more family-like place where you have people backing you throughout. You're not
that
just
real
by
gym
yourself.
fam vibe was there from the get-go. I mean, we used to hashtag Metroflex fam and all that.
Yeah.
I believe we've grown so big that kind of broke up a little bit. And I'm okay with that. Like, I don't want everyone in the gym to have to feel like they need to be a part of some little cliquey network that we have going on there, because that's never been the case. It was just, we were so small before we could claim like, yo, this is Metroflex fam. We're all a tight-knit unit. We all hang out and go out together. As we grew past 1,000 members, it was like, okay, that's a bit much family. You know what I mean? That's a lot of family right there that we have to take care of and be responsible for.
Yeah.
And some of it, let's just be honest, you get to a point where you reach a certain level of members, there's some riffraff in there. There's some people that maybe you don't want to associate with on that level necessarily, but they're not such bad patrons to your business. They're just probably not people you ideally would affiliate with outside. So the Metroflex fam thing kind of went away. There's all the OGs and the original people that will always consider it that way. I like to look at it more like how we've evolved into a culture. Right? We've created a genuine culture with inside Metroflex, and it's always been the game plan. You know what I mean? We get this rap like we talked about for being a certain type of way, for running business a certain type of way, and it's usually just people that get butthurt when they get called out on their shit. You know what I mean? Like somebody doesn't pay their bill, goes delinquent, all of a sudden they don't remember the contract and the 3 signatures they gave us when we explained every signature and what it meant, and they agreed and signed. People don't remember that stuff, right?
Yeah.
They had access to the contracts, didn't want them.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't need a printout. It's fine.
Yeah, I dealt with that stuff all the time.
You were at the front desk for so long. Yeah, you know.
And they'll call you yelling at you saying you did something wrong when no, I got it all right here.
My favorite is I haven't been there in over a year. Why didn't you cancel my membership?
Yeah.
It's like, what gym in the world does that for you, first of all? Or has ever? How do they track that, right?
Yeah.
Well, we might not be able to track it, but I don't like to just argue with people and bitch back at them, right? I give my reasoning or my logic behind why things are the way they are. It's not that we don't track it and it's not our responsibility, but it's just not the way it works. However, we have implemented things where if you don't check into the gym for 14 to 21 days and you're part of our text program, which everyone is that signs up unless they opt out, we'll let you know you haven't been there in a while. We'll send you a random text message by automation that says something along the lines of, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Just thought we'd check in. That's your cue now to say, oh, shit, I still have my gym membership over there. I better call and cancel it or show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we do put forth the effort to really genuinely try to help and not create a conflict and leave open avenues for people to complain and bitch. Hence, we've even got more strict on the signature aspect of signing up a membership and people understanding like this is a contractual obligation and you are responsible for canceling your membership. Even if you're not in a year commitment contract, you still got to give us a 30-day notice.
Yeah.
There's never a situation where somebody could be like, well, I called and told them cancel my membership and it didn't get canceled, so that's on you guys. That's never been we've never been capable
it doesn't
of just
work
doing
like
it that way. You know what I mean? So it's really easy to tell when people are, you know, kind of being called out on their bullshit and they don't want to admit it. We've seen it all, and we've heard it all about us, you know, that we're shady, we only care about money. And I'm just like, every gym does this, but you know what people do is they see it like a mom and pop style situation, like an independently owned business, not a corporation, like a, you know, a big affiliated like YMCA wellness center type gym or fitness center. And they think that we're not a real business. You know, I can't tell you how many people have come into our business and tried to negotiate their membership pricing.
Yeah.
Or I'll bring more people if you give me this price. I'm
or they just bring their friend in it and just go past.
Yeah, and act like they didn't. Oh, I didn't know I have to pay for it. I thought I could have a guest.
Yeah.
It's like, what gym lets you have 2 people on your membership?
I thought I could check in and then go to the side.
People know the difference. You know what I mean? But people try you differently, man. And that's the problem is like people genuinely will try to play you off like if you're not a legit business. And it's just one of those situations where we are a legit business. Everything about what we do, we pay legit rent. Yeah. We have legit bills. We pay legit taxes.
We don't get to negotiate the rent.
Certified. We don't get to negotiate. You know what I mean? But over the years, a lot of this has happened, man. And I really want people to understand there's no truth to that. And the reason why people don't know of all the good shit that we do for people and how much we give back to this community is because we're not promoting that.
Yeah.
We're not faking being good people. We're not faking giving back to our community. We're just fucking doing it and not promoting it. We don't call the news on ourselves and be like, hey, come see all the greatness we have going on at this gym. We've never done anything of the such. We just operate and be who we are. But we've done a lot, man. We've helped. I'll give a cool story. Ty Zakowski, they own Apex and Mord, him and a couple other guys that used to be members at Metroflex. I don't beef with other gyms. Other gyms might choose to beef with us, but it's never really been the other way around. And Ty will be an example because he had Midwest Muscle back in 2015 when Metroflex was first opening. We kind of both announced we were opening a gym at the same time, and we both announced we were opening like a hardcore style gym. He wanted to beat me to it, so he rushed and he opened fast. And he admits now, and me and Ty are really good friends, so everybody just understand. We've had this conversation. In fact, we openly talked about this on one of our previous podcast episodes that got deleted. So it would have already been out. So I don't think he's going to have an issue with me bringing it out without him. But long story short, we beefed a little bit. You know, like he talked a little trash about Metroflex. His gym at the time was going to be called Fargo Flex. So when he heard Metroflex was coming, when he heard Metroflex was coming, he might have kind of thought it was a shot at him, but it was just the name of the franchise we chose. You know what I mean? But so then he changed it to Midwest Muscle from Fargo Flex. And then he was running his mouth a little bit, talking some trash. And, it's not going to happen. They're all talk. They're not really going to do it. It's taking them like a year to get going and this and that. You know, there was all these rumors. And I kid you not, I remember there was a member who was mutual friends and who was training at Ty's gym who would come to my gym and be like, he's saying all this and he's saying all that. And I remember telling him specifically, I'm like, that's dope. In 2 months after I open and completely shut him down, I'll give the kid a job. Word for word. I'm not even exaggerating. And this isn't to talk shit on Ty at all, because I love that kid to death. And he's probably a way better entrepreneur than me today than I ever will be. But I said that because I didn't want to talk trash about this kid. I was just like, well, he doesn't even know me. So let him run his mouth. I said, but when I do open and I shut his gym down, I'll give him a job. You know, and I'm not even kidding, man. And I might be off by like a week or two, but it was probably like 2 months to the date after I opened. And I remember he called me after all these rumors of him talking trash, and he says, hey, man, this is Ty from Midwest Muscle. And I remember looking at my boy at the time that was helping with the gym, and I just looked, I'm like, it's Ty. It's Ty. Like, and I'm like, what's up, bro? And he's just like, hey, man, I've been paying out of pocket to keep my gym open ever since you opened. I've lost some members to you now. He's like, and I'm going to have to close my doors. I can't afford to pay out of pocket. Him and his partner were paying out of pocket. And he's just like, I just want somewhere to send my members. I don't want to have to send them back to the YMCA. They were all happy to have a hardcore gym. I figure you're the next best thing, man. If I could send my members to you, would you take care of them? I think he said he had like 40 some members at the time or whatever. And I was just like, I guess, what are you looking for? You know, he says, their memberships, at whatever they're paying me, can they come to you and finish the duration of their contract with me, and then they can re-up with you at whatever your rates are at the time. But if I send them to you, will you basically honor the current rates they're paying me, because they were varying rates, you know? Yeah. I say, yeah, absolutely. You know, like, I'll take another 40 something members right now. You know what I mean? So it was like a no brainer. So I said, yeah, hell yeah, bro, no problem. Hung up the phone. I just remember being like, fuck, got that fucker. Yeah, that's what he gets, you know, like trying to mess with us. And then I thought about it, and it wasn't part of my plan to make what I had said come true. I just had a conscience about being an ass about it. And I remember within minutes I said, nah, hold up, this isn't right. Like, I'm going to call this kid back. And I literally did within minutes. I called him back and I just said, yo, I can only imagine what it feels like right now. If I just opened 2 months ago, if I had to close right now, I would be devastated for having lost that battle or failed at the mission. Yeah. So why don't you come in? Let's have a conversation. Let's figure out a way to make this different so that you don't have to announce to the community that you failed and have to now close your doors. And he was kind of like shocked. He was like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, no way. Like, yeah, okay, I can come right now. I'm like, cool. And he came. And it's a funny story because he did come, like, or not right away, like within that same day though, he showed up. Yeah. And he comes and bro, I'm not like, there was a whole bunch of his gym members in my gym training when he showed up, and you could see he was like looking around like, oh man, what the, and his girlfriend at the time was training at my gym, and she was a trainer, and she didn't tell him. He didn't know she was there yet. She was kind of like sneaking training at our gym, bro. So I remember going into the office with him and sitting down and him just being like, holy shit. And I'm like, what's up? And he's just like, I didn't realize how many of my members were actually here. Even my girlfriend's here. And I was like, oh shit. Okay. Like, my bad, bro. I didn't know that, you know, but it was just something they did on their own. I didn't recruit these people. They just came. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, we sat down, we had a conversation. And we agreed, instead of him announcing that he closed and he failed, let's make it look like a merger. Let's make it look like we were two of the great and something that didn't exist in this community. And let's make it look like Metroflex consumed Midwest Muscle to make one big powerhouse style gym. Yeah. And he agreed to that. He was like, that, man, I would love that. That's so cool. And he said, you know, to help me kind of save some face in the community too. Like he had a really good job at the time. Ty's always had a really good job, man. That's how he paid out of pocket to keep his gym open. You know, he said, I have a job. I don't need to get paid. I don't need none of that. And he said, but can I just come work the front desk and just kind of that way I'm there for the people that I'm bringing over. And I think it'll just mesh everything really well. And I was like, if you want to do that, that's dope. I said, but literally I couldn't pay him. I wasn't getting paid at the time. We just opened, you know, no one was making money. It was all going back into the business. So, long story short, again, that's what ended up happening. And Ty, I think, worked for us for a little over a year and became a really good, you know, partner of mine. And we did some really dope business together. And he helped evolve Metroflex. So that was kind of just one of my examples. Like when people say that we're shitty and we do people wrong, there's no truth to that. Yeah, it's just their experience with me because they were shitty and got a shitty response back.
Yeah, or they heard it from somebody who got a raw end of the deal. Or
well, 90% of the people out there talking trash on me, bro, don't even know me.
Exactly.
Literally never met me or introduced themselves, shaking my hand. They're just weirdly talking trash, and so it's hard not to say that there's people out there hating. You know what I mean? Even spin off of that, bro. Like, so the whole Thai thing led to another situation. There was another gym in Grand Forks called MAP Fitness, MAP, and it stood for Megan Ashley Pierce or something like that. It's the girl's name. She hears this. I don't really give a rat's ass. No one ever knew this, but I designed that gym.
Yeah.
Her dad and her mom all came to my gym and took a tour of it. You know, they were real big fans. They bought a bunch of apparel. They seemed really cool. Her dad was like this really big real estate agent in Grand Forks, big money people, and he bought this gym for her to just fuck off and do whatever she wanted with it. They had been open for a couple years at that point and had like 40 members. And at the time, it was like 2-3 months we'd been open. We already had 300 members. And her dad was like, how did you do that? You know, like, I want her gym to be that way. She's doing it all wrong. She needs help. She doesn't know what she's doing. And I was like, I just kind of broke it down. Like, you got to create culture.
Yeah.
I created a culture, you know, and I made this something that didn't exist. You know, I gave them the tour of the gym. I talked about the graffiti on the walls, the loud music, the heavy duty equipment for banging iron and like not having the fitness center rules and stuff like that. And they were just like, oh man, this is amazing. Do this to our gym. We'll pay you. We're like, what? They're like, yeah, we'll pay you. Like, we want her gym to be like your gym. Bro, I literally did 3D CAD drawings, redesigned their logo, changed it from MAP Fitness to MAP Training Facility, like Metroflex hardcore training facility. So, you know, I'm not lying. Their membership options, you know, the swole mates, the military, fire, police, rescue, I did all that. I redesigned their whole gym 3D CAD drawing, gave it all to them with a proposal for what we wanted to get paid or compensated for driving to Grand Forks regularly to manage the gym, because that's what they asked, only to be denied.
Yeah.
Nope, that's too much. I'll give you 5% of sales at the till. I'm like, well, first of all, you don't sell anything at the till.
Yeah.
No one runs it. His daughter was never there. And I think to date she still operates it. I've heard from people like that. You just kind of show up and you pay your dues, and it's like an invisible person running the place. And so I gave him a counter proposal, and I never heard back from him again. Only for them to finish the job, designing it the way that I broke down, took everything all my intellectual property, 100%. The logo, they redesigned the logo, but they used the same look and feel that I created for them. And I think they went back to fitness after like a year or two from training facility, but that was just their way of trying to cover up that they stole from me. Right. And at the time I was poor. I couldn't fight him. I was a brand new business. All my money was invested in the business. There was nothing I could fucking do about it. This guy's rich as hell.
Yeah.
Like I would ever win in court over intellectual property. But I have all the proof. I have the CAD drawings that date themselves, so I couldn't create the date. You know what I mean? So I have all this evidence, email communications, and the proposal and everything. They robbed me blind, and to this date they still operate like a little Metroflex. In fact, people say all the time, man, that gym reminds me so much of Metro. I'm like, that's because I fucking designed it. We even sold them half the equipment from Ty's gym to put into that gym. All the black equipment, they repainted. It was all from Ty's gym. When we consumed Ty, we gave them the leftover shit. And it was like crossovers and machines and everything, bro. And I remember Ty and AJ went there and built the cable crossover machine, set it all up. They redesigned the whole gym to my liking, to the way I designed it. But never paid me for it, bro. And since then, they've been talking trash, like we're this and we're that and we're all these bad people. And the only thing we did was fucking help them.
Yeah, you didn't.
They're
do
booming. They're
wrong.
the best gym in Grand Forks right now because I designed that shit, bro. But has anyone ever heard that story? Have ever talked about that publicly in Brighton?
No.
Hell no. Because it's not what we do. We didn't do it for attention. We just do it because that's who we are.
Exactly.
And because we really wanted to build community. And because I'm not threatened by a new gym coming to this community, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Same with Ironworks Gym, man. The dude that owned that gym, I don't know if he owns it anymore, but he was cool as shit. Anytime that they came to Fargo, they had a free pass at my gym. And it was going great. Like, he was just really cool with me. He was nice to me all the time. And then one day, just out the blue, he shut me out. He stopped coming to my gym, didn't talk to me no more. Like, just completely. And I was like, that's really strange.
That's like exactly how we explain loyalty.
Yeah. It's so weird, bro. But I didn't do any. Well, long story short, it was then shortly after that I saw them at the Upper Midwest with a booth from Ironworks, and I think the beef all stems from the Midwest Mecca thing.
Yeah.
People started calling us the Midwest Mecca, and apparently they were the first ones to do it. And I don't know if they thought I did that on my own and I stole it from them or whatever, but he never talked to me about it like a man. He just shut me out, and people started talking behind my back. It was just really weird, bro. But
now we're still the Midwest Mecca, by the way.
We are the Midwest Mecca. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, bro. And we didn't dub ourselves that, so you can argue it all you want. And I don't got beef with these people, bro. Like, I don't know shit about them to beef with them, but they all have an issue with me for some reason.
Yeah.
And I've never argued in my defense about who I am or what my character looks like. I'm only now just saying, look, here's all the dope shit we've done over the years that we've never promoted, advertised, or called the news on ourselves.
Yeah.
Because it was genuine. We just wanted to help. I helped the Pit House of Games out west in North Dakota, bro. Gave him my business plan, helped him with all, told him about the dope equipment he could buy, the Arsenal shit, the black and red theme, gave him all that concept and why I did black and red and what it meant, to the human mind and all that. Like, I gave breakdown. I've done it for a gym in Temecula, Murrieta, California. The homeboy, he broke one of the dopest Metroflexes out too.
Yeah.
Same concept, bro. I don't care. Metroflex franchise sends new franchisees to me to tell them, hey, this guy did it the right way. Go talk to him and see if you can't get some information. I've had so many new Metroflex franchisees contact me because Brian Dobson, the owner of Metroflex franchise, sent them to me.
Yeah.
Because we did it the right way.
And we keep doing it.
Keep doing it the right way. We keep evolving. And people keep imitating and duplicating what we're doing. They keep copying our intellectual property and then trying to become our enemies. And it's just like, yo, I'm all about this. Yeah, any new gym that comes to town, I'm not even trying to act like I'm bigger and better than you. I want to help though. I'm if I can offer any advice, I'm with it. I definitely don't beef. Apex showed up. Those are my boys. I help them all the time. I'm linking my training team up with them to help do training over there too. Like, I love this networking, bro. I love giving back. I love helping the community.
Well, those good relationships that you created, and you want to keep them, even if they're people that
people think otherwise,
competitors in a way. But
people think otherwise of us though, because of a few people who had to, like, come out the gate and just started trash talking. Yeah. Instead of like trying to build community with us, you know what I mean? It's just strange, but we've given back so much. We've done so much. For this community, same with like Power Plate meals, bro. We were the first people to sell fucking Power Plate meals.
That was a wild.
They sold them out of our gym when they first opened up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they did fucking, look at how far they've gone, bro. They took off. They did well. But there ain't no mention of us. Nope. Ever. You know what I mean? And they were supposed to come back. They never did. My wife has known Seth for a really long time, the guy who owns it. As far as I understand, we're all cool. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Because it looks weird, right? They're in other gyms now and never came back to us. Why they never communicated that with us, I don't know. But I don't hold grudges against people over it. I just move on. Yeah, I mean. But for some reason, people have beef with us and talk trash about us and say all these bad things that aren't true. And I'm just like, all right, cool. If we're so bad, how are we fucking ahead of everybody? Yeah. And how do I have all these great relationships with real business owners that have never been done shady by me? Yeah. The only people that can claim that they've been done shady by me are people I fucking said no to. Or who came at me disrespectfully first, and I told them fuck off. Plain and simple. But we give, bro. We've always done that, and we've done it for 6 years straight. We help people. We lift people up. We try and build community, and it's just been something we've always done. We've invested money into this industry, not just in our business, but outside our business to help create the culture in the Fargo-Moorhead region and beyond. You know what I mean? We're trying to expand beyond that now because I don't have a little vision. I have a big vision.
Yeah. One thing I've been trying to do myself is just try to get that general health knowledge out there because we have so many individuals here that don't even care to work out. So if you don't care to work out, you gotta focus on something which should be your general health. So I'm expanding my knowledge on that as of now and trying to get that information out to people as quick as possible through our social medias, H&I_nutrition on Instagram. So
yeah, and that's that should be the purpose of what we're doing.
For sure.
Right? Like we're not just here. Yes, we sell supplements, but that's not the only objective.
Yeah.
The objective is how can those supplements help you or aid you in your journey, and let's make sure we get you the right stuff.
You
know
come to
I mean?
me with an issue, and if I can help you solve it, I'm going to try my best.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Now you're the manager at H&I, so you probably know this answer, but only you would. Do your employees know what our highest margin products are?
No.
They shouldn't either.
They don't.
Right. Because we don't tell them. Because we don't tell them to chase that. I guarantee you every other supplement company in town, they go for the highest margin product. It's probably their system, their process, right? Make sure you sell this product as much as you can because it's the house brand. It's the highest margin product, and we make 75 to 80% margin on the shit.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
Well, and our guys, what I would pride our team on is if they don't know it, they're not going to pretend like they know it.
Right.
You know?
That's the other thing you get from supplement stores. You know this firsthand.
And that's the biggest issue.
You.
Yeah. I mean, that's where the honesty and integrity comes in. Like, if I don't know something, I would be like, I'm so sorry, I can't help you with that, but I could look it up if you'd like to get some more information together. We can work on that. But
we've hired from GNC before.
Yeah.
And fired just as quick.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have knowledge. They didn't have product knowledge.
It just doesn't, it didn't work.
How do you come from a previous supplement store with no product knowledge to a new supplement store?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't have to know our brands because obviously we carry different brands, but ingredient profiles are ingredient profiles, bro. The stuff they put in one pre-workout isn't going to be that high grade compared to the next one. It's all similar products. Some just use more of something or less of something than the other. You know what I mean? So to hire somebody from a supplement store to come into our supplement store and quickly realize they don't know jack, that's got to tell you something, man. These other corporate or franchise like supplement stores, it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
It's a gimmick. They're not really there to help. The people that work there don't have prerequisites on their product knowledge. They don't have to have any supplement knowledge to get a job at GNC at that.
They just got to have somebody at the front desk.
Yeah, they just want somebody to push.
Yep.
They teach them how to push sales. They don't teach them product.
Yeah.
At H&I, our fucking people know product. And if they don't, they're not going to last.
Yeah.
Because we're not here to bullshit nobody. We want people to have real knowledge and real information and make real gains and real progress in whatever it is they're training for and they're doing. If we sell them a bunch of bullshit, we hurt people.
Yeah, what I like is when somebody's like, "Oh, I'm trying to do this. I'm doing a weight loss challenge." For example, they'll come in every single Monday and talk to me in the morning, and they'll do a body scan. I love seeing.
What do you
that,
charge for that?
It's free.
Oh, you don't make any money off giving that advice out to help people lose weight?
No, I'd be happy to do it. Makes me feel good about myself.
You're such a good guy, dude.
Thank you.
Lars.
Lars.
Lars is a good man. Come see Lars for free diet guidance.
Yeah.
But we don't charge for that.
We don't.
Because why?
Yeah, what am I going to say? Yeah, I mean, if you actually wanted to know that, you can email me and I'll give you my pricing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We could do like, some of these other programs around Sanford Health and all them say, you want to lose weight, stop eating.
Yeah. 2,000 calories. There you go.
Stop eating. That you'll lose weight, guaranteed.
Yeah.
No, have a grapefruit.
Don't have any carbs.
And then when you decide to start eating that shit, you're going to blow right up. We want to offer true help, man. We want to give genuine advice to people. That's 100% what we've been about. That's why honesty, integrity. That's why our mission statement is so broad. Mm-hmm. We should probably be coming up with one here soon. But like overall, our mission statement is really just what you see, man. We're giving back. We're helping. We're trying to offer a lift to everybody in this industry or in this culture that needs it or wants it. We're really looking to back this industry and keep some kind of a standard in this industry that just doesn't exist right now. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of, I won't even say a lot, man. We might think it's a lot because we see it directly, but the trash talk that goes on outside of what we truly do is all BS.
Yeah.
No one can prove it. The ones that act like we're so bad, I guarantee you they have a personal vendetta against me or somebody within our business. It has nothing to do with actual facts of how they were done wrong or something that was unjustly done.
Or else they'd come talk to you, honestly.
Right. Half of them that do talk trash, I confront.
Yeah.
I'm just that dude. Like, I'm not worried about it. Do you have an issue with me? What's your problem, bro?
Yeah,
like,
but what happens when you confront them?
That's not true. I didn't say that. That's what they tell me. I swear to God. No way, bro. I support you. I love you. I want to see you do well.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, then cool.
Cool.
And that's I leave them with that because that's their conscience to deal with, bro. You know what I mean? I did it with Branch Warren.
Yeah.
Like he made up a bunch of lies that he wasn't talking trash when he came to our gym because I don't know, he showed up all weird and I called him out on it. And I said, fine, then you want to deny it now? Go ahead, but you got to look at yourself in the mirror and live with that. Not me. I'm confronting the issue. I want to know what's the problem. You know, people got me misunderstood, bro. Like, I'm not a dumb dude. I'm not some guy that just got fucking lucky in business. Yeah. I'm doing as well as I'm doing in business because I'm real and I truly give back and I actually care about people. And I've offered so much to this community as far as this genre, this industry is concerned. I've given back, bro. I've helped other people succeed in their fucking businesses. I've invested money in people for so long. No one's talking about that shit.
I mean, there's individuals that you've helped, and including myself at times. And
I'll help people in times of need and hardships. Ask members at my gym, bro. I got people riding on me for years with that shit. And have I ever rubbed it in anybody's face or been like, you owe me something? Just remember that. I don't do that shit, bro. I'm in a position to help people. I truly want to help. You know what I mean? I wasn't given this opportunity and put in this position so that I can brag and treat people like shit, or like some other people in our community refer to me as thug mentality. Why? Because of my looks?
That's racist.
Because of my looks? Like, because if I say no or deny someone an opportunity with me, I'm thug mentality.
Yeah, and they're scared of you because
if I didn't look. If I didn't look like this, would I be considered a thug? Or would I just be like a hard businessman, or you know what I mean? Like someone hard to deal with. Like, I don't know, but they would say thug. It makes me think a certain way. It's like, oh, are you judging me? Are you stereotyping me? Is there some kind of racial issue that we got here? Because why do I got to be a thug? Yeah. I do success. I wouldn't be doing as good as I'm doing in this community and business if I was truly a shitty person. Yeah. And there's not a single person that you can find that's talking trash about me that A, actually knows me, or B, didn't create some kind of conflict for themselves with me and just lost their opportunity at the table. None of them exist otherwise, bro. Yeah. Everyone only has good things. And even the ones that don't want to say good things can't deny it, like Map Fitness, for example. They can't deny what I've done for them. Yeah, well, I recreated their entire fucking culture. They were here for 2 years with 40 members in a fitness center. I made them a training facility. I made them a mainstay. They're the best gym in Grand Forks right now, bro, because of my design, my creation, my intellectual property that went into helping them when they asked me for help. That's crazy. It is. It's crazy. People are weak-minded, man. You know what I mean? And they go to the easiest option to try to out somebody because they're jealous of what they've accomplished, or because they think, oh, if that person can do it, then so can I. It's like, you don't know me. Yeah. You said that off face value? You looked at me off face value and said, if he can do it, I can do it? What about my looks makes you think that? Yeah. Besides the fact that I'm a minority.
The best thing is like when someone doesn't even know you and they're literally just hearing it from somebody else and they're like, I'll take your word.
Yeah, that's weird. But that's weak-minded people. I don't want them in my fucking circles anyway. Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead. If that's how you do things, jump.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to help them out. That's for sure.
I don't need you around me. I don't need the business of those people. We're not hurting enough to be like, oh, please, I'll kiss your ass. Yeah. No, man. If you treat me like shit, I'm going to return fire. For sure. I'm going to give you a taste of your own medicine. That's just who I am. You can call me thug mentality. You can call me whatever you want. You can't call me unsuccessful, and you can't call me a liar. Yeah. Because I don't do that.
Didn't get lucky for 6 years straight.
Didn't get lucky for 6 years straight. You know what I mean? That's a good streak. Yeah, like, come on, bro. Like, or you know, the people that have done us wrong and have been stealing from us and all that shit. Like, we didn't get lucky and survive that because we're stupid. We got lucky and survived that because we had a game plan. We were smart about our tact. We responded correctly to certain situations. You know, like that situation, man. If I was thug mentality, do you think that fool would have survived? Yeah, admitting that he stole from me. Yeah.
And it was, come on, bro. it was
you know what I mean? You know, or the other kid that was selling fucking steroids and shit out of my shit. You think he would have survived? No. Hell no. I gave them all passes. I let them live.
Literally walk out.
Because I'm a good person.
Yeah. Like, right. Nothing happened. It was police were there.
I'm pretty sure I forgave him when he admitted to stealing from me. I forgave him first.
Yeah, it was
because it felt like it was just a few $1,000s that he stole from me because he was hard up, and I felt bad. I even said, damn, I'm really sorry, homie, that you didn't feel comfortable enough coming to me. Yeah. I've been your boss for 3 fucking years, and you didn't feel comfortable enough coming to me to tell me that you were dealing with some hardships. I felt bad. I felt bad even though that motherfucker made $60,000 a year on me. Salary, bro. And I felt bad that he had to steal from me because he had poor money management.
Yeah.
But I felt bad that he wasn't confident to come to me for help because I want everyone to know I got you. If you got me, I got you.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I'll take care of you the best way I can. If I don't have the means, I'm going to help you find the means. So I forgave him first because I didn't think it was a whole bunch. I thought it was like a one-off situation. And then
Little did we know.
Then we went and investigated, and it quickly started counting it. By the time we got to $60,000, my wife turned around and said, "We're not forgiving anybody for this shit." And I was like, "What do you mean?" She told me. I was like, "Oh fuck, we better get the cops on the line."
Yeah,
because this is bigger than.
Isn't it crazy to think it's been a whole year basically today? I'm pretty sure today is the day that all of that went down. Like I took over on October 18th.
It's been this is the anniversary.
This is the anniversary.
Well, that's really weird.
I think that's crazy because
that's actually really crazy. You're right.
That's something else for many more years to come. That's for sure.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah.
And it's a Monday too.
And it's a Monday. That's very odd.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, you caught me off guard with that one. No, that's cool. That's crazy. It's been a year and it's exact to date. That's interesting. But yeah, man, that's just it's kind of just my example. Like I hate to say I'm defending my honor, but I'm defending my company. I'm defending my company's reputation for whatever it's worth to anybody that's actually listening or that cares, or those of you who have this twisted, distorted view of who we are because some lame ass that doesn't even know me told you something about me. Like, now what?
Yeah.
Here's my version. Here's my side of the story. And I could do that for every situation. And I'm an honest person. I really can't think of a situation where I need to admit some guilt or fault. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't have one of those situations as far as business goes with people who have a burnt bridge with me right now. I never did any of them wrong. They chose to dislike me because of something they heard and never met me, or they stopped liking me when I stopped giving them something.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I mean,
like
if somebody really has the opposite way or has a different story and thinks it's true, they would come talk to you after this. Right. After they watch this podcast, they'll come say something.
Well, I say the same thing about the one we just did on loyalty.
Yeah, the loyalty.
If someone resonates with that, like, and you get mad, be mad at yourself.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't resonate with it if I'm lying.
Yeah.
If it's not true, you shouldn't be able to identify I'm talking about you if that's not truth. And then if you do identify that you resonate with it, you have to admit that, yeah, that was wrong. And like I said in that last one too, is a lot of people that are on this awareness journey, you know, where they're learning self and they're on the growth mindset and they're doing all the shit. Those people are kidding themselves if they resonate with that.
Yeah.
And then don't say, you know what, I should at least pick up the phone and call them and say, you're right, and I did that shit wrong. Like, man, I would respect them so much for that shit. Because as it stands, all credibility is out the door. All credibility with all of these people, bro. And I didn't do anything wrong or distorted to any of these people. I've introduced a lot of these people built businesses off of me. Some of them I introduced to their dream jobs and paid them to learn how to do their dream jobs, and they've left only to tell me I'm some type of way. But all of these people, right? Birds of a feather is what they say, right? Birds of a feather. Yeah. Map Fitness is in bed with people that are talking trash about me that have never met me. All of a sudden, she's siding with them talking trash, and I'm like, where did she come from all of a sudden again? Yeah. Because she found somebody to side up with on this side of town that doesn't like me.
Yeah, we haven't said anything about them.
Birds of a feather, bro, is what I'll keep saying, because all of them, all those people that have left me and went to the other side or some bullshit, bro, they were all talking trash about everybody. Mm-hmm. And now they're all kissing each other's ass. I don't want to be around those people. I don't want to kiss nobody's ass that didn't come to me like a man and apologize or address their issue with me. Yeah. I won't kiss your ass, bro. Like, hell no. And I don't ever want to be in a situation where someone could put me out and then I have to go crawling with my tail between my legs to people that I once made enemies and talked a bunch of trash about, because now you're over there faking your friendship with other people. I don't want to live like that, homie. I couldn't be a man and do shit like that. Sure. But if that makes me thug mentality instead of just a fucking man, then I guess I'm a thug and I'm gonna die a thug, because I'm not built like that. It's not in me. I'm a real person. I'm an honest person. You can tell me right to my face I'm shitty and explain to me how I was a shitty person. And if I agree with you and I see it that way, and I will desperately look to see it from your point of view, I'll make a correction. I will. Because I don't want to be a shitty person.
Yeah, that's not your goal.
But nobody's called me out for being a shitty person for something that I actually did shitty. They've only called me out for being a shitty person because they got mad that I stopped helping them or giving them something, or because they couldn't have an opportunity. Yeah, that loud roaring is our neighbor.
Like, holy,
yeah,
that was loud right away.
That dude builds like souped up cars and like imports and all. We've talked about him before. Yeah, DeVito. Occasionally he might interfere on our modcast.
Yes.
It's all good though. It sounds badass, and it's a perfect time for him to do that because I was speaking with some testosterone.
Yes.
Yeah, and then that loud engine work came in the background, and no one probably going to hear it on this.
No.
What the fuck are these guys even talking about? But it's just it boils down to we do help.
Yeah.
We give back, and we do a lot more than people say that we don't. People say we're selfish and we're money hungry, and we're like, what? Because we're successful, that makes us money hungry?
Yeah.
Isn't that the point of being in business? Like, we pay all our bills, we do all our shit we're supposed to do. That makes us money hungry because we're successful, because you didn't read your contract thoroughly, or you didn't pay attention to the signatures you were agreeing to. Now we're bad people, and we only want money because you got a late fee that you have to pay, or because you went into collections with me or some shit, and I reached out to you and tried to warn you and you ignored it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how does that make me the bad guy?
Yeah.
But people will believe it because they go find the bed that all the other people talking trash about me are sitting in. And they jump in that bed and they're like, yeah, I had an experience with that dude. You know, he charged me extra for not paying on time.
And they're
like, what an asshole.
Yeah.
It's just like, what gym in the world have you ever been to that just lets you do what you want?
I stopped going, didn't cancel, and he charged me.
We're a real business. You know, like when people sneak people in our gym, we talk about this all the time. That's theft.
It's literally theft.
Day passes are a service that we sell. If you sneak someone in the gym, you just stole from me. Yeah, I'm going to get pissed. Yeah, I'm going to call you out on that. I've been called racist for calling people out on that shit, bro. Like, you've seen it.
Yeah.
Racist. They call my manager racist. I'm like, it's my policy. Well, then you're a racist. I'm like, I'm a fucking minority. They're like, what do you mean I'm racist? Get the hell out of my gym. You're an idiot now. I don't want you here.
Yeah,
I've literally kicked people out. Like, is that thug mentality? Maybe, I guess. But would you let someone abuse you and chastise your character in your face? Hell no.
Yeah, and definitely not your employees.
Yeah, you can't excuse your lack of fucking integrity.
Yeah.
For someone being racist because of your skin color or some shit because I called you out on some shit. Like, I don't play that shit.
Yeah, like if that's your go-to excuse, that's definitely not someone we want around.
Right. Like I'm a minority.
Yeah.
I'm not oppressed.
Yeah.
I'm not being held back. I'm successful. You know how I got it? I fucking worked for it.
Yeah, and
I earned it.
Also, you own the gym and not the manager.
Yeah, not the manager. You know what I mean? But let's be realistic. She's not racist.
She's not racist.
She's upholding my policies. If you come into the gym sneaking in and you've been caught before, and then we see you in the gym again, it's not racist for us to go up to you and say, hey, did you get a membership this time?
Yeah.
No, we're following up on the last time we met you when you were stealing from us. We're just confirming that this time you fucking paid to be there. That's not racist.
No.
But they've ran with that. And the one person that I'm talking about right now left and went on a rant, and some friend of hers came in and was like, I want to cancel my membership because you guys are racist.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, cool. Like, it's going to be an early termination fee because you're in a contract. I'm not paying that. You're racist. It's like, well, we're not waiving it because we're not racist. So you can go to collections or you can pay to cancel it right now.
Yeah.
Well, they went to fucking collections.
People are something else.
But, you know, it's like things like that, man. I'm sick of that, bro.
Yeah.
After 6+ years of people doing that shit and me just biting my fucking tongue and turning my fucking cheek, I'm done. Like, I want to give my side of the story. I want people to understand what we've actually done in this community and in this industry. It's no small fucking taking.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
we've done a lot for a lot of people, and we've been very giving and willing and uplifting and supportive of everyone, with the exception of those who came out the gate swinging on us first.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna back down from confrontation or from anybody trying to fucking smear me. And I'm never going to go campaigning to prove to everybody and calling the news on myself to say, look at how awesome we are and look at all the good deeds. You know, it's like, I fucking hate when people go and like we talked about, they film themselves giving a fucking homeless dude $20 and some food and like, look at how awesome I am. Like, I don't do that.
No.
So you probably don't know of all the dope shit I've actually done for people, and the dozens, if not hundreds over 6 years of people that came through my gym as members that I looked out for, took care of financially. I mean, you name it. I've done so much. We've had people in our gym community that have had devastating things happen in their lives. Their house is burning down, apartment fires, all these things. And I've helped these people without announcing it. I've just given and I've contributed and I've done whatever I could to help people. Like, I have people who are guests who come to visit. I've offered them to come stay at our studio if they needed a place to stay, because I saw them post on Facebook, hey, I need somewhere to crash. I'm coming up for the weekend for this or that. And I'm just like, if you don't find anybody, I got a spot I could probably put you up at. Like, little, just random things. They might seem like small tasks, man, but to me, it's a big deal, because when I hear all these rumors about people saying how our brand is this way or that way because of the person that runs it, and I'm supposed to be the one representing, and I'm thinking, what am I doing wrong besides existing and looking the way I look? I look the way I look because I grew up in a different world than people from here. So so it's real easy to say I'm a thug or I'm a gangster, I'm this and that and all that bullshit. Like, that's not who I am today. Mm-hmm. It's just not.
A lot of those individuals are like groups when they're talking about you too. There's an individual who doesn't feel that way, and they just don't have the heart to be able to stick up.
Which to me, that's just as bad though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's that old that saying you see going around. Don't tell me about all the motherfuckers that were saying talking trash about me. Tell me why they were so comfortable saying it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't like when people go to me, man, guess what so and so was saying about you when I was over there.
Yeah, how's that supposed to make you feel?
I'm just looking at them like, why?
Yeah.
Why would they say that to you? If you're truly like backing me, because that's what they want me to believe. Like, I had your back. Bro. I had your back. I was like,
it wasn't me, but it was them.
I'm just like, well, that's weird that they still feel comfortable telling you all that shit.
Yeah.
Do you tell them that you tell me? You know what I mean? Shit like that.
It would be,
and
like,
those same people, they don't get much from me in response, because I know they're gonna run back.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, if I have something to say to you, I'll say it to you directly. That's how much of a fucking man I am.
Yeah.
I'll say it to you directly. If I think you got a problem with me, I promise you, I'll confront it. It doesn't have to be like a fight. I just want, hey man, I heard you're talking shit about me. What's your issue with me? Like, maybe I can help you understand who I am better.
Yeah.
But I've never been given the opportunity, because whenever I've confronted it, literally every single time, they deny it. They won't admit it. They're like, I didn't say that. I don't do that, bro. No, that's not the truth. I got your back, bro. It's like, really? In 6 years, I ain't never seen you here.
Yeah.
You support me? All right, bet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's to me, I don't know, man. The only people talking trash behind my back or about me are all in the same circle.
Yeah.
Literally, birds of a feather. And the ones who used to be part of the circle that used to talk shit about that circle for talking shit about us, when they left my circle for the same circumstances most other people leave, they went and joined that flock and started talking trash. And it's just like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
That's where the old saying, birds of a feather flock together, come from. Mm-hmm. They're all the same kind of character, weak-minded individuals, insecure individuals, people who can't own their shit, people who aren't truly out for, self-awareness and growth, development and shit. Like, they just make an excuse for everything in life, but won't admit to all their faults and all the shit that I did for them, in a sense, in most of them anyway. I did a lot for them. Yeah. And the second I had to say no or turned them down, they became my enemies. You know what I mean? I'm not their enemy.
Yeah.
Because if I was their enemy, they'd be scared. You know what I mean? I'm not their enemy.
Yeah, we're not out here talking crap about
They made
people
themselves my enemy, bro. You know what I mean? And I go wherever the fuck I want, do whatever the fuck I want to do, and never worry about running into anybody. But I promise you, 90% of these motherfuckers have that concern. Mm-hmm. And the other percentage of them probably don't even know if what they think about me is true. Yeah. But they don't want to leave their acceptance circle and say that out loud. So they just stay quiet like little submissive birds in their circle, and they just agree. It's just like, all right, cool. Yeah. I don't want that weak shit around me anyway, so cool. I'll be thug-minded or whatever you call me over here. I'll be thug-mentality and succeeding at business somehow. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Again, just one of those things I wanted to drop on people and explain my side of the story, man. Yeah, this is who we are as a company. This is truly what we're about, and the forward progress that we're making in terms of building our systems and implementing core values and all that. It's only going to make us that much more dangerous in that sense, in that regard. And so those people who are talking trash and trying to discredit us on our growth spurt, man, they're just going to look stupid because it's never gonna show proven to anybody that's slightly believing that side of it. If you come get to know me, you come get to know us as a company, get to know our brands, and see the way we operate, and realize how much we've done for this community, local and further. Like, we're not bad.
Yeah.
We're not out here snaking nobody, bro. Nobody. The only people that think they got snaked by me are people that I sent to collections. Those are the people that are calling me shady and money hungry because I sent you to collections.
Yeah.
Like, why'd you go into collections? You know what I mean? Broke people think people with money are stingy.
Yeah.
I can't control that. I'm not even saying I have money, bro. I've invested all my money into my businesses since day one, and I still do that. You know what I mean? So I'm not even balling or any of that shit. I'm not even close to where I want to be in business, and I'm fully comfortable with living an average, mediocre life in my 1960s built old-ass piece of shit house that I hate so much because I'm not prepared to fake my growth.
Yeah.
I don't want to fake my growth. I don't want to act like I'm something I'm not. And so I live to a certain standard. You know what I mean? I've said it out loud before. My car or my truck that I drive, it's owned by my business. I have one vehicle personally. It's the one my wife drives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not balling. I'm not out here pretending to be something I'm not. You know what I mean? I pay for people's salaries and pay for the bills in my businesses and invest as much as I can to regrow my businesses. And I make the bare minimum to pay my bills at home. Yeah. And my bills are the bare minimum because I'm living under my standard. I'm living below, my abilities.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to grow something. So I've even heard people say, "Oh, don't support them." When we did like a GoFundMe when we got shut down and shit. Like, people don't get it. When you turn your gym funds off, the day you turn them off, you lost every penny because the only thing we have is membership dues in the gym. Yeah. Right. So we were hurting, bro. We were closed for 6 weeks. We were scared. I was stressing, having anxiety attacks and shit. I thought my dream was over. The government just destroyed me. I didn't know what to do. So we did a GoFundMe so we could pay our bills because I didn't think it was fair. My landlord couldn't get his rent either because he owns over 1 million acres of property or land in North Dakota. Imagine if all those people were like, well, we don't have to pay rent right now, so we're not gonna. I didn't want to be one of those people. Yeah. Again, because I'm a fucking good person. So we were like, let's try to do a GoFundMe. As much as I hated the idea, and I hate GoFundMes, this personally. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think there's a purpose for them. I just think sometimes people get tempted to use them for the wrong things. And I remember young on when you were trying to do that, and I asked you, I said, bro, like, if you could not do that, I would totally like sponsor you or fund it for you, whatever your needs are, because I think that should be preserved for better purposes. The GoFundMe. But and I wasn't trying to dog you. I was trying to make you a part of the way we think, right? Like, like you don't need to do that, homie. You got people in your corner. Yeah, you know what I mean. Save those GoFundMe opportunities for like the real needy. Yeah, for sure. And so we felt like it was a need at that time because it was detrimental and it was a big scale thing. And so we did a GoFundMe, and the backlash that came from some of these dumbass people that are out here talking trash was unbelievable. People started claiming they got paperwork to prove how much money I got and that I didn't need the GoFundMe, and I was just taking from people in a time of need and this and that. And I was just like, all right, where's your paperwork? Yeah. Prove it. I'll compare it to my bank statements, whatever you think you have of my numbers, and we'll see who's right. You know what I mean? Like, I was fully like public prove it, bro. I got nothing to hide. You know what I mean? Prove it. But it was just some dumbass talking trash. Like, where did you get paperwork on me? Like, shut up. You know what I mean? You're lying and you know it. That's why you won't put them on the table. Yeah. Shit like that. But we had people literally go into our store at the time and tell an employee that we had there, like, yeah, I donated to the GoFundMe. But after I did, a bunch of people were telling me I shouldn't have done that because that motherfucker's like really wealthy and just trying to get extra money from people and has like this big nice house and like 5 cars and does all this shit. And I was just like, what? Like, what? Who do they think owns Metroflex? Yeah. Not me, certainly. It's a different guy. Yeah, they must think someone else owns it because I don't. I live the house I live in is the first house it was like when you're a first time home buyer and you can barely afford a house. I worked a regular job. It was before I opened Metroflex. So I live in my first time home buyer house. Like, it's garbage, bro. I hate it with a passion. I hate it so much. I'm not even exaggerating. Yeah. But I can't move. I can't move because I'm not ready. Because my next house will be my dream house. My next house will be the big flashy house that people want to talk shit about. I promise you. I promise. When I'm there, you'll know it. I won't hide it. I won't shy away from it, bro. I was a poor kid. I grew up in California. My mom was a single mother of 6 kids. She sold drugs to make money and survive and did a bunch of other crazy shit. I lived in a gang-ridden family. I lived with millions of cockroaches. I was embarrassed to bring people into my house. When I'm fucking rich, the world will know I'm fucking rich. I promise. I promise. I'm going to do a lot. I'm going to give back a lot because that's where I come from and that's my nature now.
Yeah.
But I promise you won't have to speculate or make up stories about me living a baller life.
Yeah, you'll see it.
You'll see it. You know what I mean? Like the shit we have, all this stuff looks cool, looks dope. You know what I mean? We do fun shit with it. We have birthday parties up here at the studio and stuff because it's a dope environment up here. But this is used for the business 100% of the way too. You know what I mean? This is where we get shit done. When I'm there, you won't have to question it. You won't. When I'm there, Deion will look rich. You know what I mean? Like that's how I operate. So like talk all the shit you want.
Yeah.
There's no truth to it. You know what I mean? All the bad shit you're trying to say about me, there's no truth to it. Our brands are not bad brands. We are legit. Honesty, integrity isn't a fake name.
Yeah.
Metroflex has a standard and has a reputation for being God-centered. I didn't choose that to hide in the guise of God. You know what I mean? I have a certain sets of values that I live by, bro.
Yeah.
And it's because I used to be such a bad person. But I was a bad person by my nature, by the way I was raised and where I grew up and the lifestyle that I came from. I had to learn there was something different out there that I could be. Mm-hmm. And I did. And I'm working on that growth every day. And so when people take me out of character, it blows my mind. It's like, you don't even know the me that you're referring to. Yeah. That dude hasn't existed for as long as I've been here almost. How could you even possibly think that about me beyond just judging me by my looks? Yeah. About the stereotyping me, you know what I mean? You get it. You know what I mean? Like you're from here. Yeah. And you probably still get stereotyped just because of the way you look.
I do by random people, but for the most part, anybody that knows me knows that I am the fun, smiling kid. So I try to not give that vibe off, which I definitely do to random people. So I guess I've experienced it for sure.
I think it's safe to say there's a small group of people in the world that maybe don't realize they have some sort of prejudice. Yeah. I wouldn't say they're racist all the way. No. Because I believe a lot of people have prejudice and aren't racist. They stereotype, right? Yeah. That's what a prejudice is. So they look at you and see a minority and they instantly tie you to minority things. Yeah. And it's just a given in America, especially minorities are known. And I know because I come from it, that society, we're known for being the thugs. We're known for being the street kids. We're known for living in the projects and in the ghettos and all that. Like, that's just what it is. But there's white people in that shit too.
There is.
In fact, the white boys in the hood are the downest white boys you'll ever meet in your life. Like, they didn't survive the streets in the hood where all of us minorities are running rampant because they were soft ass white dudes. Yeah. They're some of the most down ass craziest dudes in the streets. If they're in those sectors, you know what I mean? Like, they're different, bro. But all races exist in that shit, bro. They all exist, but only some of us look like we exist. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so I get that a lot, and I get it here a lot. There wasn't a lot of culture. In fact, that's one of the things I tout my success for is I brought a lot of culture here, and that's why we do so well. Mm-hmm. You know, Metroflex is a culture gym. It looks and feels different than anything that ever existed here. That's what people's draw to Metroflex was. You know what I mean? I'm a part of that process. I'm a part of the eye or the vision that comes when people look and think of Metroflex. You know what I mean? We did a lot of groundbreaking shit, and we did a lot of shit here for the first time that nobody did. And now people are starting to do it and imitate or duplicate it or whatever. And bro, I take great pride in that. I'm not offended by that. I don't talk trash about people who do that. Yeah. I support that. I'm so glad that I could bring something to the table that inspires other people. If you're inspired by me and it made you create something and it made you want to be my competition, whatever, you can call it whatever you want. The point, and the plain and simple fact of the matter is I inspired you. Whether I inspired you to think you were better than me and try to outdo me, or I inspired you to just try to create your own because you thought it was awesome, I inspired you all in the same, like it or not. Yeah. You call it what you want to, however you want to beef with me and act like you don't like me, even if you've never met me and don't know me. It doesn't change the facts. Yeah. Right? You can call this table blue, but the fucking thing is red, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? So you can say whatever you want about me. You can say whatever you want about our brands and our character, but you're lying and you know it, and you couldn't prove it. I can. And that's what I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm proving. This is just this is just a handful of the things we've done in this community over the years in our efforts to give back. If I were to account every situation, we'd be here all day, bro, because the amount of things I've done for people in the walls of Metroflex alone, right? Like I know real estate agents who have sold so many houses to people right there in those walls.
Yeah.
I've helped create community and networking within that place of business, and I made it a point to do that out the gate. You can ask members there. I've contributed so much to people's lives. I've had people tell me that Metroflex changed their lives. Metroflex saved their lives. I've heard it all, bro.
Yeah.
I've heard it all. And I hope anyone else who owns gyms and people doing this, Map Fitness even, I wish them well, bro. I'm going to tell my side of the story, but I wish them well.
Yeah.
That's why I helped them, because I wanted them to do well. I wanted them to succeed, right? So that's why I helped them.
Yeah.
That doesn't change in me just because they treated me like shit. I still wish them well. I just want people to know that they are who they are because of me.
Yeah.
Whether they like it or not. I created that. I designed that. I helped other people design their gyms. I literally designed Map Fitness. They didn't help anything.
Yeah.
I designed that place, and they kept copying me over and over all the way to date. The only thing they did different to try to change that perspective was they went back to Map Fitness instead of Map Training Facility.
Yeah.
Everything else is a complete replica of my intellectual property, and I can prove it. But I don't need to. I'm just going to say it. You could do what you want with that information.
Yeah, and we're going to continue to go and help people in the community.
For sure.
And businesses coming up and the individuals that support us, we're going to continue to support them.
Yeah, we got stuff in the works right now. You know, we're trying to find bigger ways we can contribute and give back and maybe pivot business because business is changing. And people are about to be stunned by some of the moves we're going to be making in that realm. And we're expanding on everything. We want to do everything bigger and better. And it's never going to stop. It's just never going to quit. I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I've been doing like the personal growth thing is just getting to me like mentally in a good way. And I told Nicole, I was like, hey, we got to continue to just keep going up because if we're not going up, we're going down. Yeah. And it's like it's getting stuck in my head now. Yeah. And it's very good.
Start reading these books and shit, man. Like that's where it's at. There's so many growth books and mindset books out there. It's so hard to read one of those books and fall back into your old ways. It's just like every day I'm reminded, like, no, I'm not supposed to be doing this anymore. Yeah, I'm supposed to be better at this. You know, like, and you just kind of kick yourself into gear, man. And this is part of that process. Like I said, this modcast has been like a therapy session. You know what I mean? Like to be able to get all this shit off my chest that I've always wanted to say, but I wanted to have a bigger voice than Facebook or something where people can just talk trash and do
message you back.
I want people to, by all means, if you want to actually engage me, I don't want you to just comment on my Facebook and argue with me and not have to face me. Come on my fucking podcast.
Oh,
I promise you, any of you, anyone that I'm speaking of, Matt Fitness, anybody, if you really want to hash this out and get your side of the story out because you think you haven't already, I welcome it. No threats, no physicality, no nothing. Let's have a genuine discussion about who you are and what you did to me and what you think I am and what I did to you. And let's see who comes out on top of that conversation because I'm a fucking wordsmith, bro.
Let's see it.
I'll win that shit and I'll prove it all the way across the board. I'm not worried about that. I just don't want people to talk trash in my comments and run away with that statement they made and never have to face repercussions for that or have to be challenged with what they have to say or what their opinion is. Come do it right here. I'll invite anybody here. We can smoke a cigar. We can, have a drink. We can do whatever. You can meal prep here and eat your meal on the I don't give a damn. Just face me, look me in my fucking eyes, and tell me all the lies you've been saying about me on social media while you're looking in my eyes. I bet you can't. I bet you won't.
Yeah. It would be good. It would be good.
But no one will do it.
No one will do it.
It's open, bro. I'll let anyone come up here. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's not a person out there that I'm worried about coming to the table and saying anything.
Yeah. I mean,
and if you have something that on me that I'm not thinking of, I'll admit it.
Yeah.
I'll own it. I'm that dude. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that. That's why they've not confronted me personally.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I just, I want people to know who we are and what we really stand for. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whether they were wondering or we just never put it out there or because they've heard other things. This is...
Yeah, we're going to show
This
them.
is me. This is my rebuttal. This is my response to all that shit. And I probably won't do it like this again because I don't need to.
No.
But this is 6 years of accumulative credibility on our part as a brand. We've been doing this. We've been helping. We've been giving back. We've been lifting others. We've been unintimidated by someone doing what we're doing. We've actually given what we do to other people free, openly. Someone stole it from us, but other people got it for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like after they played us and robbed us and knew we weren't going to compete with them with money to hire attorneys and fight them over intellectual property, I just did it for everyone for free after that, because I was like, what's the point? It's not worth fighting.
Yeah.
So like if at the end of the day, you know what I did for you. You know what I mean? I don't need you to put money in my hand to prove it. I would have loved it at the time because we were broke and hurting. You know what I mean? But I'm not worried about it now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. And in fact, just a couple years ago, I almost went after them for intellectual property. My attorneys had everything written up and had it all figured out. And he's like, we got them. We can go after them for intellectual property for up to 3+ years afterwards. And I had the finances to do it at the time. And I just say, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
Leave it alone. Let them live. They have to live with that forever. You know what I mean? If I take them to court, sue them, and they have to pay me, they got to out. That's their out.
Yeah. Then what?
Fuck a out. It's gone on too long now. I don't want you to have an out. I want you to marinate in your own bullshit forever.
Yeah.
Knowing that I've publicly put my version of the story out now for whatever the situation is. And I'm only speaking on some of the high level shit. There's a way bigger discussion to be had about the intricate pieces and the people and who's who and what's what in all of this that I could really break down, and we can have a 4-hour, 5-hour podcast about it. But it's not worth my energy. I just want people to know it's lies. Here's some proof and evidence of the greatness and the things that we have done and that we continue to do. And the reason why you're barely hearing about it now is because we don't scratch our own backs. We don't do it for recognition or for mention. So you've never seen or heard these stories publicly from any of us or seen it posted all over social media like crazy, because we weren't doing it for the attention.
Yeah.
We were doing it to be genuine. We were doing it because we truly wanted to do it. You know what I mean? And that's just an example of what it looks like. So another one, Deion, like I keep saying, man, you're not getting a lot of words in, but it's like me telling the origin stories of everything.
Yeah.
And you probably don't have a lot of input to put in. These will get more in depth as we go, but man, we got to get through all the smoke. You know what I mean? We got to get through all the smoke and break all the shit down for everybody so that there's a premise going forward with all of this as time goes on. But in the beginning stages, it's the beginning stages, and we're getting all the shit off our chest. We're getting all the explanations out. We're telling all the stories. We're painting all the pictures. And I'm the subject matter expert of that right now. So it's not that Deion can't have input or doesn't have input per se. It's just that these stories are probably better told by me and a little bit more swiftly told by me from a deeper part of my soul than his. But he agrees, he understands, and he's seen a lot of this shit happen and go down. So you can sit here and agree with me or disagree with me very justly.
Yeah.
And you're not disagreeing with me, so
no.
And I'm not intimidating you to do this shit and agree with me. We got a gun under the table and shit now. But your check's gonna be fat next week. Like I said, so.
I am 12 days out as well, so
and you're out of it. Yeah, there's that. Yeah,
very low. But once we get through the meat and potatoes of this, we're gonna continue to grow this podcast, and it's gonna. I mean, I'm enjoying it still. So no matter what, that's
and it's not next weekend, but the weekend after is your show, right? And you're competing
not this weekend, but the weekend after that.
Not the one coming up, but the one after that as your show.
It'll be October.
Tell a little bit about what you're competing in, your weight class, how you fared last year, what competition you did last year, what you're doing this year, and just break it down. Let them know a little bit about Deion while we're at it, man.
Yeah, so last time I competed, I was 19, and I competed at the Upper Midwest in 2019. I competed in Classic, Teen Classic, and then just Novice. I placed first in the Teen Classic against one other person, and then 4th out of 5 in the Novice. I was very underdeveloped, and it was kind of just something I was like, I'm going to try it. And I enjoyed it a lot. And this was kind of my test to see if I enjoyed it again, which I've enjoyed almost every single step of it.
Even this grueling process you're in right now?
And I plan to get more in depth in how I feel and why I feel the way I do about what I do later on. But and so now we're going into the Upper Midwest. October 30th is when that show is, and I'll be competing at the I'll be competing in Novice and then Open Classic Physique, and I'm Class A or B or something. I'm under 5'9", so I'll be under 183 pounds or 85 pounds, and I'll probably weigh around 160. So it's gonna be at least 160.
Yeah.
My body is
shredded though.
Yeah, it's not. We're pulling it. We're pulling it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. So by next week you'll be in the peak week, which is essentially known as Hell Week.
Yeah.
It's the most grueling part. You start pulling water and doing all that.
Yep.
So it gets a little crazy. So yeah, Deion, as we stand, is a little foggy, which is probably contributing to his lack of conversation.
Very much so.
But he's in it. He's alert, and he wants to be a part of this for the long haul. So we're going to get through this next couple weeks.
And then
our next podcast or two might be a little rough for Deion, but I'll take the lead on the conversation for him.
Sure.
But after that, I wait till you guys get to know Deion's personality, man. He's got a great personality. He has a lot to say. He's young, but super experienced in the last several years that he's been a part of what we got going on here. He's in the know.
Mm-hmm.
He's connected with all the right people. He's associated with all the right people, and he's seen and heard a lot working at the front desk at Metroflex and now running the show at H&I Nutrition for us. So he's developed, he's grown continuously, and you're continuing to do so.
Yep.
You have a very competitive nature and just a big voice and a lot to say. People love Deion. So I'm associating myself with Deion more so that people like me too, because maybe it'll be by relation.
Yeah, they
Deion,
can't be like
me.
why is this guy hanging out with this guy?
Deion's my new character credibility or whatever you want to call it, right? I hang around with this guy so people don't think I'm a bad guy anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be weird because they'd be like, well, how come Deion doesn't have anything bad to say about him? I don't know.
Because I haven't fired him yet. As soon as I fire Deion, he's going to have all kinds of dirt on me.
Now we can't release this podcast.
That's how it works. They fucking love me. I'm like people's best friend until like I let them go for doing me wrong or I say no to them. And then all of a sudden it's like, and I always say it's like, if I was such a bad person all along,
why did they say?
Why did everyone wait for me to kick them out? Or get rid of them. You know what I mean? Like, why didn't any of them just up and leave and walk away from this horrible guy in this horrible situation?
Yeah.
Probably because I'm not really what they claim. It's people not wanting to own their shit that leave and make an excuse and want to link up with the next situation because they love being a part of this culture or whatever. And so they make up a bunch of bullshit to side with the people that were saying a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you got a bunch of birds of the same feather.
Yeah.
So
flock together.
There it is. Birds of a feather flock together. That'll be the name of this particular episode.
Thank you guys for watching.
We appreciate you guys. Something we haven't been doing before we shut this down. This is our longest one yet, by the way, which is awesome. Let's do a real quick shout out, like you did earlier, to kind of follow us in our brands and who we are. At Deion Larry on Instagram.
Yep.
Facebook, just Deion Larry.
Facebook, Deion Larry. Yep.
At Ill Eagle CEO on Instagram. John Ostos on Facebook. I think I'm on Twitter. I just don't ever use it. I'm at Ill Eagle CEO there. Yeah. Snapchat is at Ill Eagle CEO or Metroflex Fargo. Metroflex, Ill Eagle Culture Brands. Yeah. Ill Eagle _Culture Brands on Instagram. At Metroflex Fargo on Instagram and at H&I _Nutrition on Instagram as well.
Yep.
All of those are also on Facebook. Look us up, follow us. Really big thing is, guys, please, if you're down with the show that we're doing and that we're creating, follow us, subscribe, like, share, comment, engage. All of that stuff builds our activity on YouTube and gets us out there more. The more people you can share it with, if you support it, please do that. We're super appreciative of the following we've gotten so far. Everything's on a small scale, but we're going to keep doing it and hope it gets bigger and bigger, and the topics of discussion get more entertaining and we have more fun. We're looking to have a guest on, hopefully real soon. Also have some other cool things up my sleeve. I'd like to go network with some other local businesses. Let's go check them out, talk to them, meet some of the owners at the other places. You know, like, again, Modcast. This isn't always going to just be us sitting right here. We're going to get out and about in the community and show you some of the relationships we've built. And I have a few relationships I've made with some people in business, and they have some amazing facilities and businesses and stuff that I think we should put on here and help spread the word about these awesome places and these people and the kind of cultures that are being built in this little community in terms of business. And then just kind of show you guys some of the cool relationships that we've made with people by not being assholes. And it'll be fun. So again, thanks for all your support. We appreciate you guys listening, following, giving us all the feedback in person. But if you could do that on the actual YouTube channel, subscribe and all that stuff, it would be so much more beneficial. And then when you see us in person, you can give us all the props you want.
For sure.
Again, we're out. We appreciate you guys.
Thanks
a
lot.